No time! We run out of time! Thanks for watching. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm trying to add a single token to the stack. And I was under pressure and I cracked. I just, don't take me out. Don't ask me to defuse a bomb. I'm trying to make a token for Bicket. Anyway, all right, that's done. How are you all doing this evening? It's great to see you all here in chat and to see everybody. So yes, and nice to see all of you guys here for this evening's game. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. So yes, let's get on with it. A few bits of housekeeping in case I forget next week. Next week will be our last show for the year, and then we're going to take a break. Not a long break, but we will take a break nonetheless until I think the 6th of January, I should say. We'll take a break until the 6th of January, and then we will be back. So there is that. Yes, but watch social media and Discord and all that for more information, as there's lots of things happening next year already. Things are just, they're piling up already, which is, I mean, it's great. It's good. But yes, we've got to figure out how things go. Right. Let us get to playing. So recapping us on what happened last week. I'm just going to grab my dice tray here, and so there are 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. So the very pretty, I think it's very pretty anyway, Dice of Destiny is going to say it is number 4, and that is Shifty. What happened last week, Shifty? Take it away.
Somehow I knew it's gonna be me. Recognition. Last week on From the Shadows Born, we had a parade, and me, Shifty, by the way, for those who have who watch us for the first time, I play a 80-foot large sea bolt, so basically a blue water-breathing kobold. And I got a letter from a sea bolt I met the week before last week. And apparently we are engaged or married or something like that. And it scares the hell out of me.
I think you're courting at this point, right?
What?
I think you're just courting at this point, right?
Courting.
Yeah, it's like when you're trying
Getting
to get
to
somebody.
know each other.
Oh.
She's trying to get up in your sea business.
Oh, okay. It's just hooking up. Cool.
Does anyone else have the song in their heads, Getting to Know You?
Yeah.
I do now. I was happy that I didn't up until this point.
Then during the parade, our big friendly giant, Demas, saw another big not so friendly giant in the crowd who was immediately arrested instead of just told, hey, you're a guest now. Congratulations. It's a weird policy in Pythios.
It's a weird policy.
So, what?
It is a weird policy, you're right.
Yeah, arresting guests to make them guests in chains. It's very weird. Yeah, and in talking, Demas found out that that was another Demas, but only Demas didn't know it was another Demas because Demas doesn't look how Demas looks. Does that make any sense?
No.
Yeah.
But keep going.
If you watch enough Doctor Who, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, and then during the banquet, Demas asked two of us, if I remember correctly, which is Raj, nice tabaxi, I want to say leader.
Yeah, pretty much.
And me to accompany him, and the not so friendly big Demas giant was gone, and there was a guy lying on the ground, pretty much dying.
Mm-hmm.
That was the
Just
Chamberlain.
folded in half, like in. I just forgot the name of the movie, so never mind. I'm not going to go for the anecdote.
I don't know. My summary tonight is all over the place. So, if I forgot anything, please forgive me.
There you go. Yeah, all right. That's pretty close. I'm just looking at my notes here going, yeah, I think that's right. I'm just making some final adjustments. I am super excited. I was hoping it was going to arrive today, but it didn't. I've got a new thing coming for me to take notes on. And it's one of those cases where they got hold of the channel and said, hey, would you promote this thing? And I went, yeah, sure, it looks amazing. Then they went, oh, you're foreign. No, we're only doing it in the US. And I was like, but most of the people who watch my show are from the US. They're like, no, fine, thanks so much.
Well, what
Bye."
is it? Maybe I can get it for you.
Oh, no, I've ordered it. So I was like, well, screw you guys. I'm going to get it anyway. And I'm going to give you...
I was about to say, don't name it. Screw those guys for
Yeah.
nothing.
I'll just hold up the product and go, look at this. You guys should all buy it and say, I saw it on this YouTube channel. Anyway, it's fine. I had hoped it was going to arrive today, but it's only going to arrive tomorrow, which is a pity. It's a...
Oh, real quick, everybody. Sorry. Eric Him LV2 says, my son keeps seeing you all on stream and waving and saying hi. He's getting more and more insistent as no one responds. Hi, Erickson.
Hi, Erickson.
Hi.
Bye.
Little guy.
There we go. That'll make him smile at least, hopefully. Shame he's adorable. Yeah, anyway. All right, so that'll be arriving. So I'll show it all to you next week. Yeah, it's supposedly a way of keeping track of your notes digitally while still being able to write them down on a piece of paper, which I particularly
cool.
like. Yeah.
Let's use this.
Yeah. I'm still old school book writer, right? I mean, I still write all my notes on paper, and so it would just be nice to be able to translate it, right? There we go. Absolutely. We're all still based on paper, you know, and you constantly get asked the question, how do you keep your notes in order? Especially if you're like me and administration is an absolute nightmare.
I got one easy fix for you. I don't write them.
All right. Well, there we go. Let's get right into this because I think we're going to have some fun tonight. You are indeed all in the citadel once again, gathered and collected. No, Murin, you are not there anymore?
I had packed up and I was going to head out.
I thought you were all going on the ox wagon.
Yeah, Maren was getting the ox wagon for us. I think. Well,
Yeah,
this is going on.
I was getting the booking for the.
That's right.
They have someone to heal.
Yes.
That is correct.
Yes,
that is correct.
We do.
Yes. All right. Fine. Yes, you're out. So correct. All right. We go back then into that castle, that giant citadel that has had pages running about it hither and thither, all in the services of our intrepid champions of Pythios, the great heroes who slew the Kraken. And 3 of them are currently in the Lord Chamberlain's chamber, who was up until very recently dying of death. Now, however, he feels fine. Maybe a little out of joint, but otherwise fine. As the various waves of magic have washed over him, healing his wounds, he sort of looks concerned at everybody and then says, "Oh, you're not the one who assaulted me? Well, interesting. Care to explain why a doppelganger has assumed your form?"
It was a doppelganger, are you sure?
It was an identical copy of Deimos, there is no doubt in my mind. Unless 2 of you can exist in the same place at the same time. You don't have a twin, you said so yourself, didn't you?
No twin, no.
Yeah. So, I erred slightly. He said he would stand quietly in the corner of the room, hence I undid his bonds. I realize that was an error now. But he seemed as amicable as you. And since you have been perfectly fantastic in terms of saving our city, I didn't see any problem with it. Next time if I see him, I will kill him on sight, and I have ordered the guards the same. You should wear a red bandana around your arm.
Okay.
But what if the other one notices the red bandana and wears one too?
Well, then I think we should stay together as a group to let people know.
That would be wise. even
Would
better.
Deimos know anything about changelings? Would he have heard?
No, they're
anything
not
regarding
very
that?
common creatures. They were hunted,
Okay.
and when people discovered that there was such a thing, they were hunted to near extinction, as far as everyone's concerned.
Oh, so he just goes, I don't know what the changeling does or is really, but he talked about having also another shifty.
Does that imply that there is also another Raj and another Mirren?
I think so. That would make sense.
It is
Whatever they
likely.
are, they can't be up to any good. Why were they following you in the parade?
No idea. I have not yet seen another of myself, but
Maybe the other shifty knew that I'm up to no good either, and he wanted to team up. Oops.
There is no truth circle here. We're not with Lord Venari.
I just very casually push shifty behind me. He's a bit out of sorts. He's got a new girlfriend.
Sort of.
Right.
He
Nonetheless,
sent him a stone that did the
neither here nor
sexy
there.
dance. I did the sexy dance for him.
Oh my God! Please stop. He mops his brow slightly as he seems to have been flustered. We cannot have champions of Pythios being mimicked by whatever those people are. I know you are bound for wherever it is that you are going, but I feel that if you were to leave, then those, or however many duplicates there might be, would then have free reign of the city, owing to the fact that everyone saw you only this morning being awarded the freedom of the city. That's an unacceptable situation. Not
What
only
if we
for
came
us.
up with a kind of a code phrase, something to tell the guards so they know it's us and not them?
It's
Something
not
only
just
you
the
and us would know.
guards. What about the rest of the townsfolk? You walk into a tavern, you'll be granted free drink, free accommodation.
Wait, really?
You are heroes who saved the city. For at least the next week, everyone will remember your names and will want to congratulate you and the like. No, the damage to your reputation, of course, would also be incalculable. Imagine if they were to suddenly start killing people. We'd have a city of 1,000 witnesses who'd claimed that you, Deimos, killed someone in cold blood. If you were to return here to the city, it would be very difficult for people to believe you. Circle of truth or not, when the mob has seen something happen, it is difficult for them to understand the simple things.
I guess we better find them.
yes, we must find them, and if they are the doppelganger, we must dispose of them.
I agree.
Demas,
Yes, shifty.
didn't you say that they wanted to kill us?
They said they were supposed to kill us. It was like a job. It was because we killed the Kraken.
Oh, no. It would make much more sense if they were to kill you and replace you.
So maybe
That's just what they said.
We could lure them somewhere by appearing in public, announced.
That's not a bad idea, you know. Lure them into place, then arrest all of them. Pretty straightforward stuff, actually.
I like his idea. Let's do that. I'm okay to fight myself. My tribe has pretty serious rules about suicide, but I think this is a loophole.
Yeah, I'm not. Where is your other companion, Mirren?
I think she's getting the cart. Or talking with the cart team.
I see.
We should probably go get her.
I think that's wise. Mirren, in the meantime, whilst our companions in the citadel are interrogating or being interrogated by the Chamberlain, you have secured passage aboard, not aboard, with a convoy. Now, I don't think you'd answered the question last time. Are you going along as hired guard, or are you paying your way as passengers? You're muted?
We were going
I'm
to.
intending, I'm intending for all of us to be hired on, but if they don't want all of us, I guess we could afford to be passengers. But that's what I'm intending. I will tell them our various gifts and let them know that we're ready to go anytime.
The wagon train will hire all 4 of you. There's not a problem at all about that. They are offering the sum of 5 silver pieces per head, or per guard, basically, per day, which is pretty good going, considering that in 6 days you'd earn what most commoners earn in a month. There is no trouble expected. The convoy goes from Pythios to Piketon directly, and then from Piketon it winds its way slowly all the way up to Sidon. And once at Sidon, then you are no longer required, as that is their final destination. It should take you no more than 6 days to get there under normal convoy speed. And they are simply transporting various merchant items, lumps of glass and things that have been imported from across the seas, and they are taking that up to Sidon to be then turned into works of art, and then brought back down to Pythios and then sold back to the same people that sold them the glass in the first place.
Okay, and I'll give my credentials about my work so they know.
Don't have more about that. We know exactly who you are. Oh, you're the hero of Pythios. It's been our honour to have you come along with us. I'm surprised you took the 5 silver pieces, to be perfectly honest with you.
Well, it's a living. It's no big deal.
No big deal. No big deal. You just happened to destroy an entire giant undead kraken, as well as all of its kith and kin, I'd heard tell. That's right. We heard about the butchering of the merfolk. Oh, it was fantastic work. It really was fantastic work. Nonetheless.
Yeah, that is an interesting story in and of itself, and perhaps I will have time to tell you that around the campfire. I
certainly look forward to that. Now, I might be able to swing a few extra silver your way, if you don't mind. There's another convoy going up that's taking a lot of people from Pythios or to Sidon. Tradesfolk and the like. There's a troubadour who's supposed to be going along with us, but if his stories don't match up with yours, I'm fairly certain they'd be willing to pay to hear your grand tale of the slaying of the Kraken.
Yeah, okay. When are you leaving?
We're ready to depart tomorrow morning.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Give me a
and I'll
perception
head back.
check.
I what?
A perception check, if you please.
Yeah, I was going to look for that person. Make sure they weren't, up to no good around me. That's an 8.
You finish up with the Wagoneer. Where are you heading now? It is
I've already looked around. Let's go back to the Citadel.
Right.
Carefully. If anyone's following me, I've got a plan, as you know.
Uh-huh. With your perception of 8, however, no one appears to be following you at all. Until you get to a small intersection, and stepping out in front of you is yourself, only wearing a white cloak. She looks you up and down and says, "Well, it appears you don't have my sense of taste. That's unusual. You have let yourself go."
That's interesting because earlier today I saw you wearing black.
Indeed. Well, if you saw me, then why didn't you say hello?
I was kind of busy. And,
that's right, being made the hero of Pythios.
I didn't ask for that.
We never do we?
Is your father Captain Louvain?
Captain Louvain? GM checking his backstory notes quickly.
The note she got about her father being lost, it was Captain Levon was the name, I think.
Yeah.
Just checking something.
Yes, he is, as a matter of fact.
Okay, well, then this letter is for you. And I hand her the letter.
She reads the letter. I think you're mistaken. But it doesn't matter. This letter is as valuable as a breath of air. It has no importance. I would entreat you to join me. I don't want to hurt you, but I will insist.
Well, I believe that I have better accommodations than you do. Why don't you join me?
I have some people who'd be very interested in talking with you.
And I also have people who would be very interested in talking to you.
Yes, she says, and behind you, you feel this rather damp presence. And she says, but my people are here.
She had the better line.
Do you look behind you?
Oh, I think I know who it is. I'm not keep taking my eyes off her.
All right. Now, if you'll just come this way, she says, pointing down an alleyway.
Okay.
She leads you down this alleyway, and you hear the unmistakable scrabbling, slapping sound of a seabold following behind. Although it does sound like it's a collection of wind chimes more than anything else. And bits of seashell banging and clattering together and things like that. She gets to a low door and she knocks twice. And the door is opened quite quickly. And she looks at you. She then looks inside and she says, "After you, my dear."
I will walk in.
And behind you, you hear her saying, "All right, Nifty, guard the door." She then goes in and closes the door behind her, locking you in the room. Back to the Citadel.
Thank you for using Nifty.
My players gave me the names. I'm going to use them. You guys are in the Citadel. The Lord Chamberlain is starting to issue orders. Do not kill the Goliath wearing a red bandana or within the company of individuals who look like Raj or Shifty. The guards all nod. One of them raises his hand. But what if the other one puts on a red bandana? Then how will we tell the difference between the lot?
See, this guy's doing the thinking. That's what I was talking about.
Yes.
Do we have like an official seal we could get from you that just says like, hey, we didn't bend him almost in half?
Very well. He gives you a ring. He pulls off his finger. I want that back. It was my mother's.
I hand it to
Yeah.
Raj.
I will take very good care of this. You shall have it in return.
You casually glance at the ring. It is a spectacular garnet that has been offset with onyx, and it looks like the entire thing is encased in not platinum, because platinum is too soft, but a mithril of some kind. This ring is probably worth somewhere in the region of 500 to 1,000 gold at the right buyer.
Nice.
Are you having such small hands, or was your mother having big hands?
Go and find your doppelgangers. Leave my mother out of this.
The weird timing, Shifty. I mean, that's funny as hell, but weird timing.
Okay.
The one guard steps forward. We've compiled a report on the direction in which he looks at you, Deimos. In the direction in which you ran, sir. From what we can tell, he left the Lord Chamberlain's, went directly down to the kitchens, through the kitchens, out through the staff entrance. That put him out into the outer bailey. Then he went from the outer bailey into the inner bailey as if he'd never been here before. Did a roundabout, went out into the outer bailey just before he went into the city, which was outside the outer bailey, of course.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah. Knocked down about 5 guards en route. One of them claims they managed to get in a bite with a sword, so he might be bleeding, but, well, it's city guard. They're not likely to hit a barrel more than they are to hit a moving Goliath. So we've asked people on the streets if they can keep an eye out, but with all the celebrating going on after the great, awards ceremony last night, or today, it's a bit crowded.
Do what we can. We'll try to lure them out somewhere.
I will send any word I get if we hear anything about this individual or any others that match your descriptions. I'll get as much word to you as I can.
Thank you.
If Mirren comes back while we are out, please ask her to remain here safely.
I will indeed, and I will get hold of you immediately, if that is the case, which I hope it to be.
All right, let us go and track this creature.
Let's go
quick
kick my
question.
ass.
Yes.
I look at my leg and then at Demas's ass, and I wonder how I possibly get it that high. But regardless, I do remember that I found some sigil, a message from another Seabold, which might be big kid. It might be nifty. To meet me in the courtyard.
That's correct.
Can we make a detour to the courtyard?
That sounds like a good start. Yes.
Let's do that.
Maybe Bickett wants to help us kick your ass. I could climb on her shoulders, then jump, and then maybe I could get my foot that far up.
They must just look so deeply hurt. But the jumping is our thing.
Okay, then just lift me up so I can kick your ass.
Okay.
Meanwhile, in a damp cellar somewhere in the great city that is Pythios, Mirren, you are standing in this cellar, and looking at you is someone who is very definitely Raj. But this one looks like he has been through the ringer a couple times. There's patches of fur that are missing. He has an eye patch, and one of his ears is completely gone. This does not look like the gem-cutting, soft-souled Raj that you knew, or know, anyway. And he points to a table. You will not be needing your equipment. Put that in the box.
Okay, I put down both bows, put down the quiver, take the sword off.
If you are hiding anything, it will be to your detriment. I promise you that much.
I am hiding nothing. I show him the dagger on my belt.
That too must go in the box. I am all too aware of your capabilities of bringing about death. It will not happen here, I assure you.
Fine. What do you want?
I want to know where the device is.
What device?
If you are going to play dumb with me, you are going to find that one of your ears is going to strangely disappear.
I am genuinely curious. What device do you mean? I am familiar with devices to help ships go faster, to catch water. I am familiar with wands as devices. I am familiar with staves as devices. Heck, that bow is a device. Please describe this device to me.
I really do wish that Claudia was here, because she does not talk nearly as much as you do. I would have thought that a cartographer would know exactly what I am talking about. We have come a great many distances to find this, and you will now give it to us.
Why?
Because if you do not, then I will be forced to make a new pair of shoes out of your little blue companion. And I assure you my equivalent will make a most excellent rug. For then he would be a rugger named Raj.
Well, it would be, it would not, I will not give it to you. Because of my associations with the guild and the honor they hold of me and I hold of them, I will not give it to you. I am very sorry. You cannot have it.
You will be very sorry in time, that is true. Because time is what we have a great deal of. I am very patient, and I will simply wait. So, let us see. He offers you a chair. You might
I'd
as well
rather-
sit down.
I'd rather remain standing.
That is your choice. If you will not tell me where the device is, then would you at least give me a name?
A name.
Yes.
Of who?
There is someone, or there may be someone here in Pythios who I would very much like to connect with again. I have
Okay.
not seen her in quite some years, and it would please me to see her. This might go in some way to mitigating what will befall you if you continue to insist upon this ridiculous notion of not giving me the map.
And who is this person?
I believe in this world she would be called Daisha.
Oh, that's a friend of Raj's. I don't know where she is.
That is your second disappointment.
I'm very sorry to disappoint you. I am not acquainted with the whereabouts of all of Raj's friends.
So it would appear.
He tends to keep things very close to his chest. Perhaps I can contact him and have you speak to him directly.
Oh, that would be a very good idea, yes. Then you could also tell him where you are, so that your wonderful companions could come here and attempt to save you. I don't think so.
Okay, so I'm assuming that I will be stuck in a room by myself.
No. You
No?
will not be stuck in a room by yourself. Claudia is very, very, very good at getting out of tight spots, so I must assume you have some of her skill too. No, you will have the luxury, the comfort, and the entertainment that can only be given by Nifty. And if after a week you have decided not to tell us where the map is, then it does not matter, for then we have all run out of time.
Well, I'll tell you this. I know that the Cartographers Guild has the map you're looking for. I know it has been there.
I know it has been there too. I also know that you have it. I know this because Mirren in this, yes? Because I have seen you use that very device in 3 weeks' time to bring about the end of the world. And I'm not about to let you do that again.
Really? How did I do this?
If I were to tell you that, then you would start in motion that which would cause the end of the world sooner.
I'm going like this. I'm going, okay, so I drew a map of Equatoricala, and it changed. I drew a map of the Maw of Thing, and it changed. I looked at it. That's all I remember doing. Okay, I guess I will have to think on this.
The three of you are wandering around the city. And what are you doing? You're about to leave the citadel. Oh, you're going to. Sorry, you're going to the courtyard first. You are going to the courtyard first.
Yes.
The courtyard is bathed in the soft moonlight that shines down from a cloudless sky. And standing near the large water fountain, looking as if they're actually trying to catch the water droplets, is a small seabold.
It's
That's
us.
the cutest thing I've ever seen.
She turns and looks at the three of you, and Raj and Deimos, you did not think it was possible for a seabold to blush, but her scales definitely seem to take on a rosy pink tone, and she kind of nods at the two of you and then hops over to you, Shifty, and whispers, "Why did you bring them along?"
You see, we have a sort of a problem because we need to deal with imposters in the city before they can do some damage. And I wanted to ask you if you'd like to come along, and maybe after that we could make us a nice evening with catching a seagull, me holding it down, you pooping on it, and then vice versa.
She hops from one foot to the other, making a weird high-pitched whistling sound, which in Seaboldian is an expression of extreme joy and excitement over the prospect of this romantic evening that you have just described to her. Then she sort of steps back, remembering who and where she is, and she looks up at the two of you, Raj and Deimos. Do you know where are you going?
No, we do not.
No. We're looking for our friend Mirren the elf.
Oh, yes, I know Mirren. Well,
You do?
I know what she looks like. I was at the ceremony.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Has
Have
she
you
been
seen
by
her?
recently? Sorry, go ahead.
You go ahead.
Have you
I-
seen her since the ceremony?
Yes.
Well, where did you see her?
When she was leaving the ceremony.
Ah, all right.
It took me about 2 weeks to get this kind of answer out of Shifty, so don't worry about it. Have you seen her within the last few minutes, or maybe an hour?
No, I have not. I might be able to help, though.
Oh, sure.
Sure, with your great illusions, how shouldn't you be able to help us?
Oh, you noticed my illusions then.
Yeah, when you know, with the cat incident
And
In
in the
the tavern.
parade?
and in the parade. Nice little details.
She nods. She then sort of hops from foot to foot and opens up this rather pink, as a matter of fact, clamshell. And inside it looks like there's scratchings on the inside of the shell. And then she clams that shut, and then she pulls out another one out of a bag, and she opens up that one. And then she starts whispering in this low, arcane dialect. And suddenly this rather large, looks like a crab, materializes in front of her. And she looks at everybody, and she says, "This is my, I call him Click. Anyway, he can find anything. If Mirren walked this way, then he can find that. But it would be easier if she was wounded."
We have something else wounded that Click Clack could track. I mean, that way I wouldn't have to turn into something that can smell better than I can.
Who is that?
Uh, it's basically a second him. And I pointed Demas.
There's two
It looks a
of
lot
you?
like me.
Wow.
I'm the good one, though. I'm the better one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Um,
And according to the other him, there's a second me too. But I can't speak for the other me, but my me is not up for things involving both me's.
my, oh my, oh my. Okay. Well, that sounds, interesting. Are you currently bleeding? She says, looking at you, Demos.
I look down. Usually, here, hold on. I'm kind of like, I'll scratch my thumb on the tip of the spear.
All right. If you let
There you go.
Click, and she sort of nods. Click comes forward, his crab-like legs scuttling him sideways. He sort of takes a pincer and very delicately touches the point of blood on your finger, and then pulls it in and noms on it for a little bit, and then suddenly starts scurrying sideways out of the courtyard. Oh, we should follow him. He won't stop.
That's
Go,
the
go,
second
go.
most unsettling thing I've ever seen. Let's go.
Everyone bounds after this sideways moving crab.
He's
What's
a
the-
blood crab.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the most unsettling thing you've ever seen?
Yeah, says Bickett as
That
well.
was in character. Damon just gets 1,000-yard stared. The spiders.
Spiders. Almost as bad as seagulls.
I like this one, Shifty, if you can stay.
Raj, give me a perception check.
That would be a 12.
She seems to be watching you quite closely. Every time you look at her, you catch her looking away from you, and then she sort of looks at Shifty, or she looks at Demos.
You
Is there-
can't pet him.
Is there something unusual you notice about me?
Oh, I've just never been in the presence of a real hero.
Oh, thank you. That is very kind of you. I assure you, I can be injured and die just like any other of my kind.
Oh, I'm sure. We can't all live forever. Yep, accidents happen. She
Hopefully
says,
not today, though.
no, not yet.
Do the words hint just appear above her in giant red letters?
Nope.
Okay.
She continues to follow along with Click. Click is stopping every now and again, and if you're paying attention, you do see that there's a little bit of blood here or a little bit of detritus there, and Click seems to just be sampling everything with his little pincers going backwards and forwards, and he's slowly making his way around and down the street. In the damp cellar, the cat who has been with you, I must be going. I will return shortly. I have pressing business, but don't worry. Nifty will be here to keep you company and perhaps to remind you as to why you would not necessarily want to spend too much time with us. He opens the door, and if it is the doppelganger of Shifty, it's Shifty on crack cocaine, because this haggard Seabold comes in. He's got bits of human bones hanging off his shoulders, and it looks like he has a loincloth of some animal's skin draped over him. And he walks in and looks at you, and you literally see drops of water dripping from his scales pooling around him. And it could be the light, but it looks like there are undead fish swimming around in the water that's gathering around his feet. And he just looks at you and makes a sort of sound as he sort of stands glaring at you from the door. My advice would be not to anger him. He can be quite aggressive, says Raj. And then he closes the door and leaves.
Okay, I will find a place to sit that,
Well, there's the single chair.
yeah. And I will start a ritual.
You're going to start a ritual.
10 minutes. I want to do animal messenger.
All right. And
I'm taking out a ration or two, take a bite out of it, and I sit there and chew on it while I'm doing the ritual.
So you're going to try and disguise the fact that you're doing a ritual?
Yeah, just with regular hand movements and mumbling.
Give me a deception check. I like it.
I heard of this happening in another video, and it was just great. Deception, that's 15.
15. All right. You are starting to cast your ritual as best you can, as subtly as you can. The Seabold, now known as Nifty, sort of waddles around to the side of you, looks at you, pulls out what looks to be a rather crude obsidian dagger, and starts to pick on his teeth with it. As he's watching, as he gets closer, you just get this cloying aroma of coppery iron, like fresh blood. And he hops past you, and you realize that it looks like the arm of perhaps a child, a human child, has been strapped to his belt. I need you to make a concentration check.
Okay, so that's on Constitution, or is it on
Constitution?
Constitution save?
You need to get above 10.
Can you guess what I got? 10. Can you guess what I got?
It's a 1 or a 20.
Less than a 10.
It's a 1. Augmented to 2.
There we go. Yeah, I think the sight of a 1-year-old, 2-year-old child's arm just hanging quietly dripping from his belt is enough to cause pause.
Yeah, I will forget about doing anything like animal messenger.
There is a loud thumping on the door, however, which causes this Nifty to literally bristle, and as he does so, you can see his bones and things start to spike up. So he almost looks like a walking bone pincushion. And he adopts quite a low fighter's stance. And then a voice from outside says, "Let me in, it's me." And Nifty hops forward, pulls open the door, and for a moment you see Deimos. He has a cut on his arm and looks quite flustered.
I feel personally attacked.
He strides in, closes the door behind him, looks down at Nifty, looks at you. "Has she told us where the map is yet?" Nifty shakes his head and bits of things fall off. He looks back. Well, at least she's as pretty as ours." He then goes to the far corner, picks up all of your equipment. "Well, guess we better sell this." He then makes towards the door, turns back to Nifty. "Don't eat her." and then he closes the door, leaving Nifty to look back at you.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm actually groaning. Oh, that was a gift. Damn. Oh.
Click is making possibly good progress through the city of Pythios. You have no idea where he's going. Every now and again he stops, he sort of circles around, sampling various piles of goo, and then heads back, seems to follow a trail, until he gets to a rather large open market area. But it has been deserted for quite some time. The revelers have moved on to different areas and shopping has been closed, as it is now fairly late in the evening. And it's at this point that he comes to a stop and circles for a little bit, and then sort of clips his claws at Bickett and then vanishes. Bickett looks at you. Oh, he can't find the trail anymore. It stops here. I guess you, or the other you, or maybe you two, or three, stop bleeding here. I'm sorry. I wish I could do more.
You did very good. Thank you for that.
Okay. Well, now what do we do?
Let us search around here for more clues of his passage.
Okay.
Could be dangerous here for her. Are you sure you want her near us? In case something happens.
Very good point.
Again,
Yeah.
in case of a fight, I don't want you to get hurt. So, can you, I don't know, make illusions that you look like a bush or something like that?
I can make many illusions.
So you can stay out of the fight and not get hurt, or
Okay. I can
help
do that.
us and not get hurt.
Well, I can definitely make myself look like a barrel, she says as she's standing next to a wagon that has barrels stacked outside of it.
Perfect.
She opens up a clamshell, reads a few words, and then suddenly is a wooden barrel.
Most beautiful barrel I've ever seen.
It blushes.
That is the
I-
sweetest thing. I don't know why, but that really got me.
I'd like to look around whether or not I can find, I don't know, maybe a cat, a strolling one,
A cat.
or any kind of animal.
All right. And Demos and Raj, what are you guys doing?
You take one quadrant, I'll take the other.
All right, yes, let us begin searching.
All right. You begin searching. I need the two of you to please give me an investigate check each, whilst Shifty, you can, if you please, give me a survival check.
Will be a 15 for Raj.
Okay.
I rolled a Marin.
Oh no, a one. Oh no. Oh dear. All right. So that's what you
My
did.
fancy, beautiful, big metal die. I rolled a 1.
18.
Well, you guys are starting to look around. You're trying to figure out what's going on. You're 18. You definitely find a cat.
Okay, I'll approach the cat and cast Speak with Animals. Or, yeah.
The cat looks at you.
Hey there. Quick question. Have you seen another one of his kind coming through here? And I point at Demas.
The cat gives you a long stare. We have seen others of his kind, the inferior, the unwashed, the unsullied, pass through here. Yes.
Could you tell me where he went? Which way? I can pay with. Do you want meat?
Blessings be upon you, little mortal. Why would I want meat? I'm a god. I don't need your help. And yes,
Okay.
of course, I could tell you exactly where he went.
Yes, and where did he go?
I'm not going to tell you. Good day. He turns and starts walking away.
I turn over, look at the barrel, and say,
Wait,
Big Cat, could you cast a red dot somewhere around here on the ground and make it move a little bit?
the cat stops walking, looks back at you. Why aren't you following?
Oh, you're going to show us. Okay, everybody, I have a trail. Thank you, good God, Sir Furry Cat.
Ah, finally. The right address. He walks towards the fountain and then lies down.
The big bleeding Goliath went down there.
No, he did not. But you're entitled to one stroke. And he rolls onto his back, exposing his belly.
I'll do to him what I've been wanting to do with to Raj for the whole time, and give him a good rub.
Just once?
Yeah, I want to be polite.
Oh, what exquisite scales you have. Yes, you'll do. I will tell you where this thing is that you wish to know about, although it is a waste of your time. It's beneath you now that you serve me. He went that way. Oh, well, that's interesting. I suppose you're going to leave me now, out in the cold. I must sing the song of my people. I will return. Murin, you are sort of moaning and bemoaning your fate as Nifty is looking at you. The door opens.
I'm just bemoaning the loss of my Quinga as erudite peeling.
That's right, the bow. Your duplicate comes in and looks at you. Right. Well, it appears that you're going to come with me. Now, I could bind your hands behind your back, but I don't think that is necessary, if you will comply.
Shall I just hold them like this?
On your honor as a cartographer that you won't release them until we say so, yes.
On my honor as a cartographer.
Good enough for me. Come on, Nifty. We're about to get out of this miserable place. She leads you down an alleyway. Meanwhile, Deimos and Raj, you have picked up a very faint handprint that looks as if there could have been some blood or perhaps mud on it. But you needn't have worried, because walking down the passageway towards you is yourself. Except a mangled, rather ugly version of yourself who has clearly never had a haircut. Good evening, my friend.
Likewise to you, my not-so-friend.
I see
I think
that
I
at
lucked
least
out on the doppelganger thing. Mine looked way better than yours.
I see that your Deimos is no different from mine. Now,
Let's
we have something of yours, and you have something of ours. This should not be difficult, nor should it result in your death. He nods, and stepping out behind him is Deimos 2, or you don't know what his name is at the moment, but he steps out behind this version of Raj, and he is holding Murin's equipment. It's very recognizable. I assume that you realize whose equipment this is?
Hey, other me.
Hey,
Yes.
he says. Sorry about trying to kill your guy. He seemed nice.
He was very. We healed him up, so he's okay now.
Oh, that makes me very happy. I was worried for a moment.
That's good.
Okay. Sorry if we have to kill you later.
It's okay. We might have to do the same to you.
Understandable, yeah. Totally agree. Yeah, all right. Other Raj is face palming at the moment. We have your Murin. And so I want you to give me what she would not, and then I will give you what you want. I will give her back to you.
We found you well enough, we can find her.
No, no, my friend, you do not find us. But that is not the point. You will not find your beloved Murin, not as long as we have her. What is important, however, is that she possessed a small item, which we know is or was in her possession, but she does not have it at the moment. All we want is a map.
Now, you guys, I haven't named what I showed you.
Correct.
We probably know what it is, though.
Oh yeah, it's the one that doesn't change.
Yeah.
He has maps.
It was explained to us. We'll know what they're talking about.
Yes, she has many maps. The Cartographer's Guild has maps.
There's one map that she possesses which doesn't... It is contrary to all other maps. She would treat it with great reverence.
Then you must ask her where it is. I do not know where she keeps her things.
You know your Murin as much as I know my Claudia. There is no moving that stubborn creature when she has put her mind to things. And I would really much rather not kill her than to perhaps just make a simple exchange.
Seeing your sorry state, I can tell that you do not care for yourself, or perhaps not your life. Perhaps I should just end it for you.
I do not remember us ever having that much courage for one so young. Perhaps you have found a backbone after all, but it is too late now, I'm afraid, Raj. If it is violence that you want, then it is violence that you will get, for I suspect then if you do not have it on your person, you have left it in that citadel. And whilst I might not look like you, my Claudia and my Deimos look exactly like yours. I doubt that Chamberlain would be able to tell a difference.
You may believe that, yes.
So if it is violence that you want... He looks up. Deimos, you know what to do.
Okay, before we fight, can you put down Mirren's things so they don't get broken?
Yeah, that's a good idea. It'll also let me hit harder.
Exactly. See, this is more fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
Am I around there too, or did I walk?
No,
off
no,
the
you're all
direction
around. I
where-
will give you, I will show you the map right now. Give me a second here. He's there. That's there. You are there. She is over there with that. I will do that shortly, and I need one more token. Give me a second here, folks. As I just need to bring in this one. And this is what... Where's my mouse? There we go.
I have
This
those moments too while GMing.
is what the scene looks like. Yeah, I'm just waiting for a token to load up. This is what the scene looks like. You are near a fountain in a market square of sorts. And you can, there are buildings all around. This is Naj and Nightmoss, I think were the names you guys went with, versus Demos, Raj, and Shifty.
Where's my favorite barrel?
Still loading. All right,
Good one.
it's okay. I'll drop a barrel in quickly.
Just love the idea of Shifty looking at that barrel. It's like, I'm gonna shit on a seagull with that barrel later.
Oh yeah. All right, there's your barrel. Innocuous little barrel over here. I'm going to make it a little bit pinker, I guess. That way we know who it is. All right, that is where Bigot has gone hiding. And so, initiative, if you all please.
Coming up.
Even me?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
I'll try to do this with my hands clasped.
all right, Raj, what did you get?
16.
Nice. Deimos.
9.
9. Shifty.
21.
21. My goodness. All right, that's lovely. And Murin?
17.
17. Fantastic. All right. So now they are all going on. Where is this? They are all going on 17 as well. Shifty, you are acting first. You can see that Nightmoss and Naj are getting ready to do something. Nightmoss is looking like he's just getting ready to charge. Whereas Naj, yeah, looks like it's difficult to tell actually. You've never seen him do this before.
Okay. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on centered on both of them.
Okay.
With, as we have discussed, act like a glowing glitter bomb.
Yes.
I'll make them radiate red because they are the evil asses. They, if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
meh? Oh yeah, there. They get to make a dexterity saving throw, and
To avoid radiating red.
yeah,
All right. Let's give them a dexterity saving throw. So
the DC is 14.
natural 15, so Naj is fine, and then Nightmoss, dexterity. Oh, natural 20. So unfortunately, neither of them are glowing.
But the ground is. That's
Ground
something.
is definitely glowing. Yes.
So the spell's not wasted.
Spell is not wasted. No. Are you doing anything else? You throw out your magic. They jump to either side of it as if they were expecting it.
Seeing as they managed to do just that, I duck and try circling around that fountain
5,
counterclockwise.
10, 20, 25, 30 feet. Is that your movement? 30 feet?
Nope, I think it's 25.
All right, that gets you to that. As you are slowly making your way around the fountain. Murin, you can see, because they have brought you to the very edge of this space, they've been quite good at holding you back. So you're over here, they've brought you down this alleyway, and you can see this battle unfolding. And not Caludia, but Claudia, although Caludia is not a bad name either.
I kind of like Caludia. It sounds cool.
Yeah, we're going to go with Caludia.
Yeah.
That's her name now. All right, there we go. She is standing next to you, and Nifty is standing behind you. She says,
Coolly.
if you tell us where the map is, your friends don't have to die.
The map is in the city, and I will expend a spell slot and do primeval awareness.
Okay.
I can, for 1 minute, blah, blah, you don't need to know that. So for 5 minutes, I can sense the following creatures within a mile: aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
None of that. None of that. Wait. You say fiends?
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
You detect fiendishness. There is something fiendish about the Naj character.
Oh, I can't tell where they are. I just can
Oh,
tell
it's
that
in the
they
area?
are
Okay. All right. Well, you got a freebie.
in 1 mile. Yeah.
Within a mile.
I'll forget that. That's okay. I got it.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, within a mile, you also pick up undead, fae, celestial, aberration. Yeah.
Jeez. One of everything. Okay.
It's a big
great.
city. It's a big city.
That's okay. All right.
All right. It is their turn to act. So.
There's something for everyone in the brothels.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Right. So what he is going to do, my goodness, he is going to rush forward quite quickly. And it looks like he has a grin on his face, although that could also be the scar that's pulling his teeth, his lips back. He just rushes forward to you, Raj. I have been looking forward to this for a very long time. And as he swings his hand towards you, it looks like he's just going to try and hit you with his open palm. But as he swings it towards you, his hand closes around what looks to be a shaft, and suddenly there is this very black-looking axe which he is wielding. And he just swipes that at you, making an attack. He hits an armor class. Oh, that's a natural 20. So he hits you there.
That's not preferable.
Oh, no, that's not a great start. And so that is 6, 9. It's 13 points of damage. As he just slices that through you. And then he does a backswing and brings the axe back around, trying to hit you again. And that is he hits an armor class of 11. All right, so he sort of swipes down once, cutting you deep, swings back, but by this time you remember to roll back and step away slightly. Give me a religion check, if you please. You have advantage.
Okay. Well, that first roll was pretty good. I'll roll a second one. Just the first one was a dirty 20. Yeah, the second one wasn't that good.
You're looking at this mirror of yourself, and you realize you think he's a worshipper of the circle of death. That's what you're getting from him. Meanwhile, on the other side of the line, charging forward and bellowing the sound of a rhinodon, which went extinct quite some time ago, but were rumored to sound terrible. Nightmoss comes charging 5, 10, 15, 20 straight at you, Deimos. As he's running forward, he's like, I'm sorry. As he just launches himself at you, Deimos. And yeah, he is... what? Wow, okay. Yeah, he comes flying towards you with his fists, and you can see the veins on his forehead starting to swell up and his neck just starting to expand as all of his muscles seem to be rippling and just getting bigger and bigger as he's charging forward. He is very clearly going into a very aggressive state. And so this is his attack against you. He swings his first fist from the left, his second fist from the right, and he hits an armor class of, that would be 21.
Yeah, that should just hit.
That should just hit. All right, he will remember to do better. So that should just hit. I'm going to roll the other one as well. And that's even higher. So that's 2 hits against you. And you have advantage on attacks made against him, obviously.
Okay, he's doing reckless.
Yeah. So you take a grand total of 22 damage as he just slams into you. You realize as he hits you, these braces that he's wearing flare up with electrical energy, and it just hurts.
Interesting.
That's your response.
That's Sam's response. That is not Deimos' response.
What is Deimos' response to this bellowing, raging Hulk?
Is it my turn in the initiative?
Raj first, I'm afraid.
Okay. I will remove my response until that time.
Very well, very well. Raj, what are you doing? Naj is standing there with his black axe, ready to strike you again.
Okay, Raj starts immediately saying, I heard a rumor. Cast dissonant whispers at 3rd level.
Yeah.
So that's a wisdom 14 saving throw.
Oh, that's a good one to ask for this Naj. He gets an 11. He fails.
All right, that will be 5d6 of damage.
Here I'm worried I was going to kill you in the opening volley.
You almost killed me in the opening volley.
Yeah, because you haven't raged yet.
No, I have not.
The 17 points of psychic damage.
He screams, clutching at his head. His axe blade vaporizes as he's trying to grab his head. 17, you say?
Yep. Take that, you fiend.
I forgot this is your ability, he says. You doing anything else?
No, if he's right next to me, that's all.
Yeah.
For now.
Okay. And now it is your turn, Deimos.
Bonus action, I would like to also join him in the ragey rage of raging. It's totally fine. We had to do this anyway, so we're just gonna get it done, okay?
Yeah, let's just do this quickly.
All right.
Can I quickly do a bonus action? Sorry, I forgot.
Sure.
Oh, go ahead.
Bardic inspiration on Deimos.
Thank you.
All right.
You get an extra inspiration, an extra D6 if you need it on an attack roll for the next 10 minutes.
Sweet. I will
Nice.
use it. I will take out my.
One check.
All right.
Okay.
I will take out my great axe. Because that spear is not going to get the damage I need done.
No.
And roll advantage.
There you go. Make your attack.
24.
Oh, that hits.
13 slashing.
Beautiful.
And second attack.
When you say 13 slashing, have you halved that already? Or is that then for me to take and do as I will?
You have that.
Okay. And you say
Oh, sorry. That should also be 15. I did not include the rage damage in my roll.
All right,
in my,
that's perfect.
Damage roll.
Yeah.
Second attack, also advantage.
Yep.
Again, 24.
Nice. I see
advantage,
you're
save
still
my
using Father's technique.
It's a good technique. I like it. He taught me it well.
Yeah.
That's a 16 total.
16 total damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's perfect. Yep. You slash into him. You watch as his muscles absorb most of the damage, but there are some nicks and red patches starting to come through.
Oh, thank you.
Shifty. What you doing?
First, I'm unmuting.
Good place to
Next,
start.
I think I stood next to Deimos when I started moving last turn. So,
Yeah.
can I get back and reach him?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can hop through the fountain.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Splash, splash, splash.
I just really want to cast Cure Wounds on him.
You can get up to him, absolutely. Do you want to get to the point? Let's see, you were here, so 5, 10, 15, 20. You can stand behind him, so you're not right next to Nightmoss.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, that's where you end up.
And I'd like to cast it on 2nd level, which means 2d8 plus my spellcasting attribute modifier.
Nice.
And I almost rolled a d20. Where's my d8? That would be... Where's my wisdom? I've lost my wisdom. 13. 13 hit points.
13 hit points back. Nice.
Nice, thank you. I'm almost back
That
full.
is good. That is great. That is you done as well. So, Mirren.
You know what, Claudia? We don't have to go through this.
You're absolutely right. Just tell us where the map is.
I told you it's in the city. My father was a sage. He was not a captain. So many things have changed, haven't they?
That is the
Maybe-
nature of the beast, yes.
Maybe we have a common purpose. And that's the end of my turn.
You're only doing that?
Yep.
She looks at you, as it's also her initiative. What do you mean a common purpose?
Well, if your world has changed so much and our world has changed so much, maybe we can work together to fix it the way it should be.
Give me a persuasion check, if you please, with advantage as you know yourself so well.
Persuasion. Okay, that was a 9 and a a 5, yeah.
This is why I love elves. We're over here fighting to the death. And they're just like, let's have a conversation over tea and exchange snippy words.
Dogs bark in the street. Well, yeah. She rolled a 7, so your 9 beats it. You honestly think we might work together?
Of course, why not?
But you are going to destroy the world in 3 weeks.
No, we weren't planning on that.
Yes, I know that you weren't planning on it, but that's what happens.
Well, maybe you are going to destroy the world in 3 weeks. And maybe there are two worlds colliding here. Have you ever thought of that?
It doesn't matter. I have, or rather, Naj has seen it happen. And I believe him wholeheartedly.
Yeah. I just think that we can discuss this. Whatever the guys do, we can discuss this calmly and sensibly. Well, some dog has heard
Yeah,
this.
the alley dogs are fighting whilst the barbarians are fighting. She looks to you. She looks at the fight. She looks down at Nifty. All right, go and have some fun. And then she looks back at you. What exactly are you proposing?
Well, we have noticed that several religious artifacts have gone missing, two of which I suspect have been used for dubious purposes. One was put in the temple of Murkos, and it was feeding on the energy of dead merfolk and transmitting that energy to Aramosikala, which emitted a beam that animated the undead kraken. Now, I'm telling you, the the great tree's honest truth that we did not slay the Kraken. We just took away its powers. No matter what Venetaris said, that is the truth.
That was our original mission. We were to come here and stop the Kraken from disrupting the trade.
Yes,
But someone did it first, and it sounds like it was you.
Yes, it was. Unfortunately, I would have loved to have worked with you to do this. However, I think we can work together now and right what is wrong.
Meanwhile, Nifty has hopped forward, going, ha, 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 and he raises his little claws and then just starts throwing bits of bone at the back of Shifty's head. And as the bone is sailing forward, it starts to turn into these little piranha. And unfortunately, the one completely misses. So Shifty, you're standing there, you've just healed Deimos, and this piranha just swims past you and sort of chomping around. And then one hits you from behind. I rolled a natural 20, I'm afraid. So that is I'm changing the dice. I'm taking the dice away because that's the one that did the natural 20 on the other one.
Do you have a dice jail?
So that is that plus. It's not a huge amount of damage, so you should be okay. You take 10 points of damage as this hail of piranha just bounce off the back of your head, biting, nipping, and generally trying to reduce you to a state of unpleasant existence.
I have to grant you, you're doing a perfect impersonation of me if you cook my favorite dish and wave it in front of my nose.
Meanwhile, the raging barbarians continue to have their very polite conversation as he says, I wonder if you will remember this, he says, as he brings both fists down. It's clearly Grandma's classic finishing move.
Oh, that's Grandma Rockform's move. Oh!
Yeah, what's the defense? He says as he tries to throw his fists down onto you. The first attack is going to hit an armor class of 13.
That does not hit.
But as he swings past you with the first strike, he then kicks out at you with his foot. This was old crusty grandpa's particular technique. That's an 18.
That hits.
That hits. It connects, and again his braces seem to flare, and you take 12 points of damage, of which
reduced to 6.
4 of that is electrical.
Okay, so 8.
8. As he strikes out. Then on the other side, Naj, who's looking very sorry.
Are these reckless attacks?
Yeah.
I just want to know for next turn.
Yeah. Naj, he is not looking happy. He kind of growls at you. No more of your tricks, as he now starts to step back a little bit. And he casts a spell. And he calls on the Circle of Death. Grant me the ability to destroy this abomination that is so defying the circle, and return him to the state from which he came, oblivion. As he does, his hand kind of glows with this black energy, and then he tries to strike you. I hope it misses. That would be like 23.
Oh!
I'm sorry. He hits you and you take... lowest possible roll damage.
57.
No. Sorry, there's so much here. 20 damage. 20 damage.
Too much dice.
As he as he hits you, that black energy just washes over you, and it's as if everything inside is just suddenly chilled.
You say you went down?
She's down. Yep.
Yeah.
And he has used that now, and he has used
Cool.
that. All right. That is what you are seeing happening in front of you. That takes us very quickly to Demos.
If only Mirren survives this fight, I'm gonna burn London to the ground, guy.
What? Me?
It's to the ground. I'm gonna use my storm aura,
Uh-huh.
and he's gonna have to make a dex save or take 1d6 lightning damage.
Oh, that's not good. He gets a dex save of 7.
He does not make his dex save. He
Nope.
takes 4.
Okay. He grunts.
And I so wanted to start just doing the back and forth from Princess Bride. I see you tried to do a couple pyro. But I decided against it. So I'm just going to do 2 other big swings. Raj went down, so I need to fix this now.
Yep, make your attack.
Actually, that's a good point. I think I'm going to actually ignore myself for a moment. I'm going to get... I keep clicking on the screen like you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to get in the middle distance between Naj and Nightmose.
Aha. All right.
And just swing for the fences on Naj.
He looks up. Oh, no! Make your attacks.
Oh, yeah. Reckless, obviously.
Yeah.
Come on, roll the dice. There we go. 15?
That hits.
Ooh, okay. So that's going to be with Raj damage. 18 total.
18?
Yep. 16 slashing, 2 rage.
As you slam into him, you hit him hard, and he goes, oh, shit, and crumples into the floor. He is down. Well, now we're even, I guess.
Last
I figured
cannon.
it was better this way, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Hey, do you think maybe we could hold for a bit and let everyone heal up? We don't have to kill each other.
No, I think that was the plan.
Was it? All right then.
Yeah.
Here comes a hit.
Okay.
Please don't take it personally, but your plan sucks.
This is one my Auntie Thermos taught me.
Thermos? Yeah, she was nice.
Yeah. She
I
was
liked her
nice. She was
hair.
very good. Carried off by a dragon, like always.
Yeah, so sad.
Natural 20.
Oh, yeah. I never
Thank
learned
you,
that
advantage.
one. Make
It was like a 15 and then a 27. I was like, hell yeah, natural 20.
Do your damage.
All right. Oh, God, it's less. It's less than the first one. I don't like that. That is, God, okay, so 8 plus 5. 13 slashing, 2 rage.
13 slashing.
I think it's all the same, though. I think he looks like he's bare, so I don't think it matters what kind of damage I do to him. Yeah.
Yeah. You've just drawn some actual blood at this point in time. So he's starting to show signs of physical fatigue. You are starting to get through to him, you think. Shifty?
I'm a bit torn, but I'll play the party thing. First, I'm gonna look at my favorite barrel and say that would be a great time to help. And then I'll make a 5-foot step to Raj and rinse and repeat.
Hopefully, if you can give him that many hit points, that'd be nice.
Is the barrel purple because it's blushing?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I want everyone in the chat to appreciate that. That makes me so happy.
Guy's a genius.
No.
He is.
It's thanks to Dungeon
And
Fog.
I'd say this time I'm going to cast it on 3rd level.
All right. Just so everyone...
Great. Math, I hate it.
All right, you do the math.
18 hit points.
There you go. Raj, you're back.
8.
You are back. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to run a little bit longer tonight than we normally do, and I won't do the post-game review. There's nothing to say other than it's run exactly as planned, so we can actually get through this combat.
Get back up, Kitty. We need to hit them and hard.
Thank you, little one. Let us finish this.
Miriam.
Well, look at that. You know, if I wasn't held here by you, I would be helping Raj. And if you didn't have to hold me, you would be helping Raga. We can do this all together. We can keep Raj and Raga safe, and we can all solve this problem, because I think this is a mutual problem.
His name's not Raga, it's Naj.
What you say makes sense, but if your allies are the same as mine, convincing them will be as easy as convincing the sea not to have waves.
I think not. Tell me, what do you remember of your homeland?
My homeland? The desert?
Yes. Ah, the desert. See, I remember that too, but that was only after I drew a map that showed what I remembered as forest. And then it changed to desert. So this is a mutual problem.
Someone has been changing time in...
And it isn't us. We were on our way to Herculanum to visit the Circle of Time. Please come with us.
No. Herculanum is where you destroy the world in 3 weeks.
Okay. Then I have another suggestion. Why don't you come with us, and your Catman could tell us how we did it so we won't do it.
But if you are not causing these changes, then who is?
I will say the name of the senator.
I'm not familiar
Nails.
with that name.
Mm-hmm.
You have evidence?
Circumstantial at best, but we are going to the capital to check that out. I could really use your help, Claudia. I see you are an intelligent elven woman.
As
and
are
quite-
you, obviously. It
and
is-
quite skilled physically. We could be a force to be reckoned with.
Unfortunately, Naj is the one who seems to understand more of what we're in right now. Only he would be able to tell us if there are even worse consequences of us working together. We shouldn't even be here.
Where should you be?
In our own time, from what I
Yes.
understand.
Yes, and we need to get you back there. I am willing to help you get back there.
Meanwhile, Nightmoss swings... oh, no, you don't, kitty. He swings for Raj. $17?
Hit.
Would you stop it?
Okay, you're lucky. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then his second attack. Come on, low. Yes, no. I rolled a 1 and then I rolled a 17. So that's a hit. Can you take another 6 damage?
Yeah, you had 18. You should have 3
Plus
left.
5 with that.
There you go. Huh, you didn't go down. You are getting stronger. That's good.
Right? I'm really proud of how far he's come in the short time that I've known him.
Yeah, yeah. Mine started off scrappy.
You started off scrappy? Oh, that would have made a better leg up.
From behind you, Shifty, you hear Nifty. Die, 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 die. As he
Accurate.
says that, he comes forward, and you're not entirely sure what he's doing because you're focused on Raj, obviously. But this time he seems to pull out a long whip, which, after taking his steps forward, there we go, he tries to whip you. What is your armor class?
What a naughty boy.
Is it higher than
Uh,
16?
No, it's 13.
Ah, all right. So he wraps this whip around your leg. It stings a little. It doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. Where the hell is this D4? You take, ouch, 7 points of damage. It stings a lot. And then I need you to please give me a strength saving, strength or acrobatics saving throw, if you please.
Oh, you almost had me worried.
Your DC is 15.
12 plus acrobatics. 14, damn it.
No.
Oh, so close.
As he wraps the whip around your leg, he pulls hard and pulls you directly towards him, and you have been knocked prone. And then he stands over you. Num, num, num.
He's gonna shit on you like you were a seagull.
Demos.
Oh, I just had the worst image under my head. I shouldn't have said anything.
Not if he wants to eat him.
Yeah. What are you doing, Demos?
I think Deimos, even in his rage, kind of looks back at Mirren just talking to herself. Just before him, just no matter what happens, we can't have two of them. All right. If we die, you gotta kill her. He doesn't say that.
What is
But-
Demos doing?
Let's see. That guy really is calling the shots, kind of. And I got two people on him now, but someone's grabbing my shifty.
It's just Demos and Nifty now that are standing because Naj is unconscious. Or bleeding out, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one attack against Night Mouse.
Okay. One attack against Night Mouse. Make your attack.
Yep, that is an 18,
That's a hit.
13 slashing, 2 rage, 15 total.
Nice. Yeah, you're getting good.
Oh, see, it's the compliments during battle. No one understands this but the tribe. Like
Exactly.
you tell a warrior that he's doing well.
Yeah. Then you cut his head off.
Exactly, like this. And I'm going to swing on Naj.
He's already dying.
Yeah, I'm going to finish the job. I don't want him back.
Wow. All right. Well, he's
We've
not
got
moving.
a healer. I'm assuming they got one too. I'm taking care of this body.
You just decapitate this cat straight
All right.
through. That's a coup de grace. There is nothing that you need to worry about. He dies horribly. That takes us to Shifty.
Oh, can I, as a bonus action, drink a healing potion?
Yes, you can. I think it is a bonus action to drink a healing potion, isn't it?
I think it's a standard
Is
action.
it standard?
Rules is
I don't
written
know.
standard, but it depends on your table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, if it's standard, it's
Happy to
standard.
let it be.
Sorry.
All right. Then I shall not do that. I will just use my storm aura to attack him.
Attack Night Mouse.
Night Mouse, yeah, deck save versus 1d6. Half of
He
half
gets
if
a
he passes.
dexterity of 8.
And he will take a massive 1d6.
Oh.
How's a 3 reduced to 1 treat you?
Ooh. Tingly. Definitely.
Is he alive or has he died twice?
Ha. He is so alive right now. He is just, he's shocked.
That healed him somehow.
Right. Shifty.
As Nifty looks down at me with his nam nam nam, I'm going to grin very, very evil, wolfishly and say, "You got that right." And I turn into a brown bear.
Huh. All right. You turn into a brown
As
bear.
bonus action, then I get up using half my movement, which is 40, as a
Yes.
brown bear, and I start mooring him.
I
As
assume you
a
mean blue
brown
bear.
As a brown bear.
All right. And your size is large now, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And I get 2 attacks. One bite,
Nifty
one
does
claws.
not look happy.
I mean, did he before though?
No, not really.
One attack is 12,
To hit.
and the other one is a natural 20.
He ducks under the 12.
Yeah.
And then your natural 20 hits him.
That would be 2d6 plus 4. 4d6 now.
This big bear paw swings across the gap.
No. The big bear is now doing math.
Yeah. What's
Num
your total?
num.
Yeah, it's 19.
19 points of damage.
Nice.
Wow. You smack him hard across the face. You rip off some of his scales. He grunts. Ah.
Probably tastes pretty funky.
I think I skipped Raj. Did I skip you? Well, it's your turn now. I think I did.
Yeah.
The time before I was down, so
Oh, that's right. All right, so Miriam, you're up.
Now, see, your people are going down. Let's stop this.
Stop talking. Just hit the...
She looks from you. She looks at the decapitated form of Naj.
Let's get you all back to your time. Please. You know I don't like to fight. I like to reason first.
What assurance do I have that you will be able to control your Deimos and your Raj?
Just leave that to me. Does Naj listen to you?
No. He is the one who
Oh,
tells
really?
us what to do.
Oh. Well, it's different with us.
Well, then tell them to stop.
It sounds like exactly the opposite. Okay, on my next turn. Or
You can shout it now. You have a few seconds.
stop! We have an agreement.
Gets shouted from the alleyway. And at the same time, Claudia shouts out, Nightmoss, Nifty, stop. Naj is dead. Deimos, you watch as Nightmoss is about to slam down on you. And he hears the shout and he's like, oh, okay. Why are we stopping? He says as he turns and looks at you, Deimos. Are you stopping?
I'm probably just like taking the axe out from the ground, buried like between the head and neck
Yes.
of Naj. I'm just, I don't know. Are we stopping?
I don't know. Are we stopping? They both.
Hey, why are we stopping? Is it good now?
Do I still have to kill him?
Same question. Flip the two.
Yeah. Raj, what are you doing?
Roger's first reaction is to cast a healing spell on himself.
It's a good reaction.
So that's going to heal me for 13 points of damage. And all right, if you want to stop, we can stop. In my mind, the evil is finished.
Oh wait, bears don't speak common. I'm gonna go over to Shifty and see if I can calm him down.
Yeah, Shifty, I mean, you still maintain your intelligence, so you can certainly see that everyone seems to have stopped. The one standing in front of you is looking kind of crestfallen and is glaring at one of the Murans. You're not entirely sure which one. And it sort of... It seems as if it was clutching that whip and it was going to whip this bear again with enthusiasm. But it doesn't seem like it's going to attack you.
If he stands down, I'm going to look very intently on the whip, raise one paw.
Nice.
Are we out of initiative?
Yes, we are. As you do that with the bear paw, Nifty takes the whip and just loosely ties it around his waist. He says, showing you both his hands. Well, at least we've got them all to stop. That's a step in the right direction. Now what?
Walk with me, Claudia. And I'm
I
walking
unbind
up.
you from your oath, obviously. It's ridiculous
Oh.
that you maintain it.
Oh, well, okay. Walk with me, Claudia. And I and Claudia move up to the bear Shifty,
Right?
and I scratch Shifty on behind the ears. And I say, it appears that these people are from a time that is entirely opposite of ours. Claudia, this is Claudia,
She nods.
says to me that her cat guy, Naj, directs them. He is a clear leader. And
Oh,
that
like what
he
we have.
knows, he knew all the stuff. Claudia, I want to ask you, is there some kind of prophecy in your timeline?
Naj mentioned it once or twice, but I'm not entirely sure. I was more focused on the changing maps. But she goes over to Naj's body and rummages around inside his pockets and things until she eventually pulls out this rather strange looking thing. It's a sphere about the size of a grapefruit that has rather divine markings etched all over it. This is what he used to bring us here. Do you think it's going to work to get us out of here?
What is it?
I'm not sure. It was something that Raj used to use.
Hey, Raj, they've got the ball. You want to look? It might be the thing you were talking about.
I do a religion check on it to see if I know what it is.
Sure thing.
16.
It looks to be very similar to the various orbs that you have been chasing, although if you were to hazard a guess, this looks like the orb of time.
This is one of the pieces that we need to protect. This is the orb of time.
And we'll end it there.
Boom.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for playing, guys. I hope you had fun fighting versions of yourselves.
I bet you didn't expect that, did you, Guy?
I have learned to expect the unexpected, and then not know what that is, but something was going to happen one way or another. All right, folks, thank you all for watching. We are nearly at the end of our time anyway. There is no post-game discussion tonight because, well, as you can see from the map, this has been part of my plan all along. There was one minor adjustment that needed to be made at the very beginning, but that's okay. It all worked out in the end. And so there we are. Next week, we will return for the final episode of the year before we take that break. So thanks again to my players. Thanks to you for watching. And from all of us, I wish you a very, very good evening. Oh dear. Yes. Yeah. No. Oh. That was a fun fight. That was a fun fight. You had him. Oh yeah, no, that was super cool. I thought that's great. That's just perfect. Let them discuss and negotiate. That's super cool. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. So next week you'll find out who these people are, or find out more, I should say. But yes, so the way I did it was 2 were going to be the exact opposites in terms of personality, and 2 were going to be identical. Just because I thought if they're all just opposites, that's very boring. That's what you would expect, right? But I thought, well, if it's 2 Demoses, how awesome would that be? To have these 2 polite barbarians trying to kill each other. I mean, and it worked out great, I thought. You know, so... yeah. Oh, man. All right, folks, you guys have a good one, and we'll see you all next week. All right. Bye.